Hey, what's going on everybody? Back again with another update on my Canadian Dividend Investing Portfolio. So if you're new, what I do is every week or so I'm just adding in a few $100s and adding it to basically a bunch of different Canadian dividend paying stocks. And I'm using Wealthsimple Trade to buy the stocks and this Google Sheet to track them. So basically the account I've been going for about 7 months or so. I'm sitting at a stock value just under $14,000 and we're up almost 10% today. So that's about $1,290. That's great. About 108 of that is from dividends themselves, and the rest is basically the appreciation of the stock price as they've been recovering since their lows last year. But yeah, we can see that the dividends are constantly rising as we go. That's because I'm making deposits all the time and also just the stock price is going up. But I'm sitting at an annual dividend income of about $540. So this is great. This is just passive income that's always going to be coming into this account. And what I do is I reinvest that into the dividends. I'm not actually using this for anything else. And I'm going to slowly get that compounding or snowball effect as this gets rolled into the investments that I make. So I don't use a dividend reinvestment program like automatically buying dividends. What I do is, like for example, the last deposit I made was $250, and since then I've got about $21 in dividends, and I'm going to just use that today when I'm buying stock. And what I do is I make decisions based on what's good for me, and I can actually be a little bit more selective on which stocks I'm picking instead of using a dividend, like an automatic dividend reinvestment program. But yeah, we can see here that the biggest sector for me is utilities, followed by real estate and telecom. Telecom got a nice little boost earlier this week when the Shaw price exploded when Rogers talked about buying it, which is really nice to see. And otherwise, we can take a look at the holdings here. If you want, you can just pause just to get an idea, but we're also going to look at this in the next screen. So let's take a look in the portfolio then. Right now I have the portfolio sorted to be basically in the descending order in the percent of holdings. So this has like my biggest positions at the top and it goes down. And what I'm looking for today is some stocks that are in the red. Algonquin Power is still suffering from what's been going on with them lately, so I'm going to take these. This is a really strong dividend stock. They pay out 4% basically per year. I also see Northland Power here. It's my number 3 position by size. And these guys are a monthly dividend, also a utility company. They're paying out 2.8%, and that's also something that I want to pick up while I can, while they're down, while they're below my average price. And especially with Shaw, with this deal with Shaw, that's another one of my favorite monthly stocks, but eventually Shaw is going to disappear as it gets bought by Rogers, and I'll lose that monthly dividend. So I am looking to build up some of these other streams in monthly dividend paying stocks that aren't Shaw. Also here I'm looking at Granite Real Estate. This is another solid dividend payer. It's a REIT, and they're paying about 4% as well, so I want to pick up this. Always when this one is in the red, I'm always buying more of it. That's why it's quite high up in my number. It's making it 4.3% of my portfolio, so definitely going to pick those up. And then as we come down here, we can get into some of my smaller positions. Mostly everything's in the green. There's 2 down here, Energex and Boralex, 2 renewable energy utility companies. And for now, although it would be a good time to add to them because they're actually quite discounted, I'm just not going to. I'm not crazy about these companies right now, so I'm just going to hold those and just see what happens. But I think what I will do is, if there's any money left over in the account, I might just pick up one of these guys because they're quite cheap. Northwest Health Property REIT. These guys own a lot of healthcare properties like hospitals and that sort of thing, and I always just, when I have a little bit of cash left over in the account, I like to drop it in here for anything left over. So let's jump into Wealthsimple Trade, which is the stockbroker that I use, or the trading app that I use. And if you're in Canada, this is a really great app to be using. There's no commissions, so every time you make a buy or a sell, you don't have to pay for that. Some other apps are charging like $5 or $10, so here I can just buy one stock at a time and not have to worry about getting wrecked by the fees. So yeah, if you'd like to try, there's a link in the description below. I definitely recommend checking it out. But we can see here that in the last month, basically I'm up 5%, or like the Google Sheet was saying, overall around 10%. Okay, so let's get started. Let's first pick up the one for Granite. And we can come in here, and I just want to take one at a market buy of these, so we'll place the order. Okay, cool. And then the next thing that I wanted to do was pick up some from AQN, Algonquin Power and Utilities. And with these guys, I want to put in about 100. So that's going to be 5 shares for a total of $97. So that's cool. We'll take that one on a market buy as well. I'm okay with doing market buys when the stocks are below my average price, especially if it's a few percent below, because I don't expect it to swing up. Like, what is it? It's 3.7% below my average price, and I don't see it swinging 3%, in the moment after I buy it, so I'm okay with that. And also, if I'm doing small orders, even if it does swing like by a few percent, that would just be a few dollars, so it won't really ruin me anyways, but it's something that I'm cool with doing. The other one that I wanted to buy was Northland Power and Utilities. So this is the monthly dividend pair. We can get an idea of how they've been doing. We're in a little bit of a dip right here, but otherwise pretty strong growth in the last couple of years. And yeah, we're down 1.6% on these guys, so I just wanted to pick up 2 and put that in because I don't have enough for 3 here with only 100 left. So let's go and place that order. And it looks like, yeah, there's just $11 left. I think Northwest Health was like 13 or something, so we won't have enough to pick up any of those. So what we'll do is we'll jump back into the Google Sheet and go and log these transactions. So what we do in here is come to the Transactions tab and scroll all the way down to the bottom and just log each transaction with the price that I actually paid according to the notifications from Wealthsimple Trade, because sometimes it deviates a little bit based on what you were expecting when you were using a market buy. And once all of those are logged in here, then I just drop back into the summary page and just check what the change has been in my annual dividend income. So before, at the beginning of the video, this was at about 542, and now we're sitting at 551. So based on the trades that I just made, this has gone up by about $9 per year, which is really great. It's nice to see this number constantly climbing based on my contributions and also as these dividends grow over time, just naturally through the dividend growth. But yeah, $550 in totally passive income, that's great. I'm going to keep reinvesting that into the future and basically get that compounding effect and just watch this grow and grow and grow. And then eventually later in life, like I think what I'm planning to do with this account, it's for retirement, and then I can eventually live off that in the future. But until then, the plan is to just keep growing this and reinvesting it. So yeah, guys, that's all for this video. If you do like this sheet and you're interested in trying it for yourself, you can get it. There's a link in the description below. And also, if you're just interested in trying Wealthsimple Trade as well, you can use that link. They'll deposit $10 into your account just for signing up after you make your first trade of $100. So both of those are great things to try. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.